I want to present you Igor Ivitskiy. He's founder of School of Google Ads. He's situated now in Manchester, in England. In Google Ads, since 2006, he invested $2 million in Google algorithm research. He is owner of the largest Google Ads online school in Ukraine, a PhD in mathematical modeling. He will talk to us about 3 secrets how to reduce the impact of click fraud in 2023. Hi, Igor, how are you?
Hi, Anton. Great. Thank you for introduction.
I'm really happy to have you on our online conference. You can share your screen and start your speech.
Great. Let's do it. Hi, guys. Today we will speak. I will reduce my volume. Today we will speak about click fraud. Click fraud is one of the biggest problems in advertisers' world, and I will tell you how to reduce the impact of click fraud in your advertising. First, a little bit about me. Anton already mentioned it, some details, but I want to describe a little bit more. So I'm in Google Ads since 2006, and I just realized that I spent almost half of my life with Google Ads. It's incredible. I just realized it. So I invested around $2 million in Google Ads. It was my money and money of on my projects. Yeah, and I exactly understand now how it works and definitely why it works this way. I'm owner of the largest Google Ads online school for entrepreneurs in Ukraine, and now we try to open our doors to all around the world to teach entrepreneurs how to set up their Google Ads advertising. And also, I'm a PhD in mathematical modeling. My scientist background allows me to learning Google algorithms a little bit deeper than average people because honestly, Google based on strict mathematical logic, and my understanding of how it works inside, how math works, give me an opportunity to look inside Google under the algorithms. Okay. Plan of my today's speech. First of all, we will speak about the scale of the problem, and after this you will realize that this is a pretty big problem in advertising world. Second, we will speak how it works, how click fraud works, who benefits from it, what is it, and then I will describe 3 secrets about Google Ads click fraud protection and how to reduce impact of this not good event. Okay, the scale of the problem. Just one number, 40% of internet traffic is click fraud. I sure that half of the listeners now thinks like okay, 40%, but it's not about me, it's not about my advertising, it's about advertising of someone else. But I want to share with you very interesting second number. 8 out of 10 advertisers experience click fraud without knowing it. So you can just now thinking about, oh, it's not about me, it's about another guy, another advertiser, another Google Ads company, another agency. But in true, 8 out of 10 advertisers experience click fraud. Even if you don't know about it, and even if you think now that all with your advertising all is absolutely fine and absolutely excellent. I will tell you a little bit later how to check the presence of this problem in your advertising. Next one, annual volume of click fraud is $65 billion per year. To understand this amount of money, just to imagine country like Bulgaria. and $65 billion is a gross domestic product of country like Bulgaria, not small country, it's medium country. And this problem can spend gross GDP, gross domestic product of not a small country. And the most, I would say, the most bad news for today is that every year the share of click fraud increased by 1.5 times. So next year it will be definitely not 65 billions, but around, I think, around $90 billion. So what about networks where click fraud have the most impact? First of all is display advertising. Not only display like Google Display Network, but all display-related types of campaigns, like Performance Max, like Discovery ads, like, of course, Google Display Network. The share of fraud clicks in Display Network can reach up to 60% of all clicks. I'm sure if you already make an advertisement in PMax or Discovery, you know what about I speak. Next network that have near 30% click fraud is search. By the way, this data that I share with you this data was collected from real advertisers, so this is a data that based on a real investigation. Second is search advertiser. In search advertising near 30%, and the last one in shopping advertising, the less impact of click fraud near 20%. And the very interesting statistics about areas that have problems with click fraud and that not have problems. As we can see, the most impacted areas is finance, is travel, and I would say politics, society, and economy. You can find here your area and just to imagine how much money you spent on click fraud in the past. Okay, we discussed the statistics. I'm sure now you realize that this is a real problem, not just a problem that somebody created from scratch. It's a real problem that affects, I think, everyone in the ads world. And I want to share with you how it works. So, first of all, I want to speak who benefits from it and why. Who do click fraud in our lives? So first of all is competitors. What they want? They want to spend your budget. When they will spend your budget, you will have less money to compete with them. You will see the limited by budget notice from Google, and I would say they will win in this competition with you and them, because your budget will spend by bots and someone else like click fraud, and their budget will spend on real customers. Next one, website owners. I just want to not just speak. Oh, Igor told me about this, and I nothing to hear about it. After this speech, try to go to google.com and type in Google "made for AdSense website." Made for AdSense website. AdSense is the background of Google Ads. Google Ads, Google AdSense. Google Ads sell to advertisers click. Google AdSense give opportunity to site owners earn money thanks to show advertising on their websites. So try to type in Google "made for AdSense websites, and you will find that there exists whole industry, a million of people who create websites only with one aim: to earn money. These websites usually very poor quality, without any helpful content to real customers. These websites with a lot of advertisements in ads in every place on these websites, at the bottom, on the left, on the right, it's a pop up with advertisers, and website owners interested in each click on their websites, because when somebody clicks on their websites, Google takes money from advertiser and share part of this money, around 68%, with site owner. So if, for example, I'm a site owner, how many clicks I will achieve from people, that much money I will earn. So, as you can understand, website owners interested in increase volume of clicks, of course, by click fraud as well. Next one is black hat marketers. It's a very interesting part of people who tried with click fraud to help win some big clients. How it works usually? It's not a common, it's like a very niche, it happens in very niche areas, but it happens. What it can be, like, just imagine me, an advertiser, and I work with an agency, some agency. They offered me advertising in Google Ads, and I see that from day to day, from month to month, my quality of my ads is lower and lower and lower because of somebody click frauded me. And after several months, another agency come to me and said, "Hi, Igor, what do you think about work with another agency? Can you please check your quality of your ads?" And when I check it, oh, it's a very poor quality. I definitely want to change my agency to another one. Okay, we can do it. And nobody's thinking about that. Some agencies, I not speak about top agencies in the world, I speak about usually small agencies who want to win big clients. They may click fraud on existing clients just to discreditize against clients their work. Next one who benefits from it: fraudulent ad networks. So if you will learn deeply how Google Ads show your especially display ads, you will see that Google have a lot of ad partners, ad networks. Through them, Google shows ads on almost 90% websites in the world. So these fraudulent ad networks try to earn much money through click fraud on their channels. So it's one more person who benefits from it. And finally, in this part of the speech, how click fraud works. For tech guys, is the most interesting part, how it works. So the most simple click fraud, it's like an amateur clicking, like somebody sit near a computer and just clicking on your ads. Of course, it's not a big problem for us because Google can determine these users, and if you will see in your Google Ads dashboard, you can find a column invalid clicks, and usually this invalid clicks from amateur clicking, from manually click fraud. I even not pay attention to this one because it's so small amount and so easy to find and protect. Google Ads protect us against this click fraudsters. Second one, device farms. This is real photos of farms with a lot of mobile devices that in real time search something in Google, browsing through the internet and click on ads. These devices, as you can see, is absolutely real devices like my phone that emulate behavior of user, movement of finger or mouse, and click on these devices. And everyone, not everyone, for advertising systems, looks absolutely like real users. This device farm a little bit harder to determine, but it exists ways how to protect against them, which I will share with you a little bit later. Next one, viruses and malwares. How it works? Some bad guy put virus on computers a lot of users around the world, and after this he can send signal to these computers like in background, open this Google Ads, open this website, click on this ads, and close this application. And even it can be even without knowing of person from whose computer this click was. So just imagine this virus can be on your laptop, on your computer, on your PC, and somebody sends signal, and from your computer does click fraud to advertisers. And the last one is emulators and bots. It's usually computer emulated systems that allows anybody to model usual user behavior on website, like spoof your, like it looks exactly like real user that just browsing your website or browsing Google or browsing some websites with display ads or even browsing YouTube. But there is some specific behavior that can that helps us to determine that this is for sure bot. I will share with you these ideas. And special services, if you, after the speech, will try to find in Google how to click fraud or click fraud, how to order click fraud, you will find for sure some services that offers for you this service. And first, first thing that I want to share how to protect your advertising is barbarian protection. Why barbarian protection? I will tell you. You will understand after I share with you this method. You will understand why barbarian protection. But this is the easiest protection. Anybody on this conference, even after my speech, can open their laptops and just set up this type of protection. This type of protection requires no special knowledge, no special software, nothing. Just Google Ads and Google Analytics. So barbarian protection. First of all, what we can do if we see that amount of click fraud, if we understand that we have some fluctuation in CTR, some fluctuation in devices, in geographics, and so on, what we can do just now. First of all, exclusion of all return visits. Of course, this will cut half of your audience, but if we don't speak about any special software, this is only one way to stop click fraud in a minute. So exclude all return visits, just to create audience in Google Ads, put in this audience all visitors of your website and exclude this visitor from your campaign. So your customers will see your ads only one time, and after they click on your ads and they visit your website, they will be excluded in any of your campaigns. So, of course, this is not a regular way. It's just extreme way how to protect just now. Second level of barbarian protection, it's exclusion of all only for 1 day. So you can exclude all visitors, and usually click fraud happens with some pikes in different days. So you can protect, if you see that, for example, it's also possible, for example, each Wednesday you see a lot of fraudulent clicks. You can exclude all audience for 1 day. Settings on the screenshot, just web page visit for 1 day. But there is a limitation from Google. You need at least 1,000 users per day to reach this audience, because Google audience works only from 1,000 users, when 1,000 users in this audience. So for small websites, it's not a good idea. Next one, exclude all quick visits. Exclude all visits that was less than 15 seconds. How you can do this? Through create a special audience in Google Analytics with session duration less than 15 seconds. But you need to know that Google Analytics understands that user is still on your website only if this user does some action, only if this user clicks on links, only if this user does something on your website. So to be sure that even if user just read your page without any clicks, this user will not be excluded from this audience. You need to do some additional step. You need to create in Google Tag Manager a trigger with timer for 15 seconds. And this timer, how it works? This timer fired after 15 seconds for each user and sent through special tag to Google Analytics event, like this user here. And this is enough to understand for Google Analytics that this user still reads this page and we won't exclude them. And last of way for barbarian protection is exclude everyone who visits 3 times without conversion. I would say if you don't use any software, any special services, you can use previous 3 ways, like an emergency, like when you expect a lot click fraud on your website, and this last way you can use for on a regular basis. So exclude everyone who visits 3 times without conversion. How you can set up this audience through Google Analytics? You can choose sessions more than 3 and transactions. Of course, if you track transactions of your website on your website, transactions equal 0. So this is a user who have been on your website at least 3 times and never does some conversion. This is about protection. That was about protection that you can set up just now. It will be near 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, just to find these menus in Google Ads and Google Analytics and set it up. Next way, next secret of protection is precise protection. It's protection by IP addresses. Each device in the world have IP address. IP address is like a unique identifier of every device, and you can exclude in Google Ads, search campaigns and Google Ads, Google Display Network display campaigns. You can exclude any IP addresses that you want. How you can do it? First of all, you need to check your server logs. This will require some technical knowledge, because not all of us knows how to find these server logs on your hosting provider, how to analyze it, but this is like a little bit techy problem. So check your server logs, and if you will see something suspicious in it, like several visits, like visits with some unknown user agent or unknown behavior or some unknown commands that sent on your website, you can exclude this IP address from your campaigns. The only one problem that usually it takes hours to analyze all click log, and reaction speed is very, very, very low. I did this type of protection half year ago when each week on Monday I set it up on my server logs and just check it one by one. Okay, this one, okay, now this is suspicious, it's not suspicious, it's not. And I created some lists of IP and after this excluded. Of course, reaction speed is very low. So if, for example, today somebody click fraud me, I will know about it next Monday. So it's very slow reaction speed. And there is a problem. Every campaign in Google Ads has a limitation 500 IPs per campaign. And when I reach this limitation, when I have 500 IPs, I need to delete some previous IPs, but I can't remember what exactly IPs do I need to delete. So there is some problems. And another way is automatic IP exclusions. There are a lot of services in the world that helps us to do this. How it usually works. Some service makes continuous analysis, real-time analysis, each user who visit your website. And these systems can react just in seconds and exclude in real time this user from your campaigns. And this service can bypass 500 IP limits in way when it works like a loop. This system knows with what IP addresses attacks was stopped and just exclude and just delete this IP addresses from campaign and add new one. So it works. I will share with you servers that I used last 3 years. Okay, and final one, the smart protection. My background is PhD in engineering and mathematical modeling. So 4 years ago, I tried to understand how it works. I made a multivariate analysis. I tried to determine what browser fingerprints invalid user has, how they identify themselves by user identifiers, what the biases in behavior of invalid user, suspicious user, and valid user. And I found some rules that can predict how it works. 4 years ago, I tried to create my own system for real-time protection. I hired several programmers, and they made for me a very simple system that protected me from click frauds. I would say that maybe it was one of the worst idea in my life, because I realized that after this that I need to take into account so many factors that I need to department of developers who can do it for me. So 3 years ago, last 3 years, I have used systems that called Lunio. This system allows me to, it's a comprehensive platform that allows me to exclude in real time any IP addresses that can helps exclude me any audience, and on the dashboard I can see how it works, how much money I'm save for my ads, and so on. So if you want to try my path, like through my own hands, my own system, you can, but you need to know that there is an alternative for it. So exactly in 30 minutes, my speech very close to the end. And I want to share with you one interesting thing. It's Google Ads cheat sheet. I created one A4 sheet from both sides. When I put all my knowledge about Google, it's like I would say cheat sheet that need to have any advertiser who try to set up Google Ads at first. And if you want to receive this Google Ads cheat sheet from me, just find me on LinkedIn and write to me cheat sheet, and I will send you in private message. Thank you.
Igor, thank you for great speech. We have just a couple of questions in chat. The first one, which was the source of data and statistics you shared at the beginning?
It was, if we speak about the devices and so on, this is the total amount of statistics from a lot of clients along several agencies with whom I work.
Mm-hmm. And the percentage of the click fraud, that 40% of traffic is click fraud, which source it was?
As well, there's the same investigation across a lot of agencies around the world.
Mm-hmm. We have a couple of questions like, will this session will be recorded? Guys, yes, it will be recorded, and you will find it on our YouTube channel. And we also will mail you after the conference. One more question, which sources of traffic are the most common to be click fraud? It's Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, Google display advertising, etc.
I will share with you my last experience. The most was TikTok ads. Second place, Facebook ads. Third place, Google ads, especially Performance Max,
So Performance Max has a lot of issues, yes, in your experience?
Yeah, a lot of issues.
And what about search? Google tells us that the search is most protected. So what percentage of click fraud is in Google search?
From my experience, around 15 to 20%, so not big.
Still pretty big.
But not as big as for Performance Max or TikTok. By the way, recently I tested Baidu with Chinese search engine, and there was 68% of click fraud, because on Chinese market, no one protects against click fraud. No one platform can protect now from click fraud on China. So 68%.
68% looks really bad. I think the Chinese advertisers are really not very happy with these digits. But as the closed markets with its own rules, they won't feel it. Igor, I want to say thank you for your great speech, for sharing with us and us answering the questions. Thank you to joining us today, and have a great day.
Have a great day. Thank you.